When all you have is the pack on your back, you need foods that can supply you with all of the nutrients that your body needs to function for as little space and weight as possible. Now, there's a lot of nutritional breakdowns and charts that we don't want to bore you with today. But feel free to look it up if you want to double check what you're putting into your body. Actually, we highly encourage everyone to get a better understanding of the proteins, minerals, vitamins, fats, and amino acids that a human system needs to thrive. The more you educate yourself, the more tools that you'll have at your disposal when the times get tough and before the inevitable happens, the better. And worst case scenario, you'll be healthier for knowing it all today. The main nutrients you need to consider are protein, essential amino acids, fats, your various B vitamins, and net energy. Anything that contains those nutrients will have ample amounts of all the other things you need too. So by taking the absolute minimum amount of food sorts that can fulfill all of your nutritional needs, how little can you get by with exactly? Well, you're in luck. We've got the answers for you right here. Rice and beans. The point is that you want to carry as little as possible for as much nutritional oomph as you can. You'll hear a lot of preppers talk about stockpiling rice and beans. There's a very good reason for that. Either one on their own won't supply you with all of the nutrients you need, but together they are so nutritionally dense that they do contain almost everything you need. So it's a good idea to keep both stored. And it's not like it requires any special considerations to safely store rice or beans. Canned beans are too heavy to carry much of, but dried beans are light and they triple in size during the cooking process, and so does rice. So a little can go a long way. Both are some of the cheapest food items you can get your hands on, even more so per pound if you get it in bulk. But there's something to take into consideration here. Check the rice you're buying. White rice is often chemically treated to make it whiter for the shelf, and that process strips away some of its nutrients. Pay a little more for brown rice. At least you'll be certain that it hasn't been put through that additional process. Manufacturers aren't required to mention any bleaching agents used during packaging, so you'll never know unless you get the brown, untreated kind. Brown rice also has oils that the white does not, and as desirable as these oils are, they make it essential that you vacuum seal your rice if you're planning on storing it for several years. Beans and everything in the legume family are all very dense. Lentils, white beans, and black beans rank the highest of all though, so get them if you can. If rice and beans had any B vitamins and fats in them, then you'd be able to eat just that for the rest of your life and be perfectly healthy. But that's why this isn't just a 2-item list, but they will keep you going for a few months on their own at least. Luckily, there's pemmican. B vitamins and the omega fatty acids that we're all still short on after the rice and beans are found in abundance in fish sorts, but those aren't exactly ideal to carry on your person. We're avoiding canned options because they're such heavy space hogs. Fish can be dried, and it's certainly delicious, but it won't mask the smell. Dried fish is, let's say, a fragrant thing to carry around. It's better to opt for red meat instead. And with red meat, it becomes possible to add some valuable fat, and therefore oils and energy to your diet too, which isn't always an option with most sea creatures. Pemmican is by far the most calorie and nutrient dense of all. You'll need to carve out some time to prepare it, since it requires a cooking process to render the fat. But after that, pemmican can last for years. It's lightweight and carries the most energy per gram out of all your stored food options. And unlike rice and beans, there's no cooking process required to prepare it after it's been properly dried and stored ahead of time. You can make use of regular beef jerky, but pemmican will allow you to make use of the invaluable animal fat that jerky won't offer you. And it's more nutritionally dense than jerky is. Native Americans lived off of pemmican and nothing else for years during hard times. And if you're feeling up to a little extra effort, you can add dried berries and nuts to the preparation. You can never go amiss with a little extra nutrients, but mostly it's going to spruce up the taste. We cannot stress how important it is to actually enjoy what you're eating. Liquids. Besides the obvious, water, there are 2 liquids that we'd like to bring to your attention as well. Yes, you can sufficiently live off of water, rice, beans, and pemmican for years with no additional supplementation from anything else. But consider carrying some honey and milk powder on you too. Honey is an obvious choice. It's the most vitamin and mineral-packed liquid you can have at your disposal. But it's also going to go a long way to help you fight off common illnesses and infection. It's a natural disinfectant and can be used to clean open wounds just as well as it can treat sniffles inside your chest. It's calorically dense, and its sweetness will bring some much-needed attention and comfort at the end of a bland meal. Milk powder, dry milk, dehydrated milk, whatever you want to call it, will give you the one thing that most dried food lacks: carbohydrates. It's not an absolute necessity, but it'll help you out when you're trekking long distances. And if you can't have red meat to sustain you, milk is the closest thing you'll get to it. Rice has carbohydrates too, but it's better when it's gotten from an animal source. All animal products contain the same nutrients, just in different amounts. It's got protein, calcium, and most importantly, all of the 21 amino acids that you need to survive. It stores well and isn't too heavy if you store it in vacuum-sealed baggies. Food for thought. No matter what food you decide to keep in your emergency pack, it's a good idea to get your hands on a dehydrator. It'll allow you to take everything that's edible and dry it out. After it's dry, it can be ground down into a powder to further increase how much you can compact into a single space. A good quality vacuum sealer is another item that you should think of buying. Besides mold, bacteria, and moisture that will exacerbate spoilage, it keeps the tiniest thieves at bay, the insects. The smell of your food that can attract larger animals will be eliminated too. And even if the biological matter has a sell-by date, that can be extended for years if you keep it properly sealed. If you can dry and seal your food, almost anything can be stored for years to come. Look, if you got the space to store more, you absolutely should. There's no question about that. Years worth of food storage inside your home and on-the-move emergency food are two very different discussions. For the man on the move that only has space for the bare minimum, well, there's no time for luxury items then. Your food stockpile in the basement is a discussion that we will be having in a future video. But these 3 food items, and hopefully the last 2 as well, should be in your emergency packs at all times, or at the very least inside your car, for the time when you need to grab what you can if your home is no longer safe. Don't get caught unprepared. Keep it light, keep it simple, and most importantly, keep it practical. Until next time, this is Threat to Survival. Prepare today. Thrive tomorrow. Embrace the threat to survival.